And in our weather forecast, we have more of the same, this rainy summer kind of pattern that we've been in. We have a few more days of that before we switch our patterns and dry out and unfortunately eventually heat up. We're expecting the daily scattered downpours. A few could easily be strong or bring that heavy rain that we've tended to see with a lot of the downpours lately with so much moisture in the atmosphere. And toward next weekend, again, our pattern changes. The heat will really increase and we will have less rain around by then. Live radar is showing a bit of rain, still maybe 20% or so chance as we head into tonight, maybe even a bit higher, near 30%. That was our loop going back several hours, 3 hours, and you can see that downpour over New Orleans that just kind of sprang up after sunset, a little unusual there. Still a little rain, especially out over the lakefront, and also another shower that was moving over parts of the West Bank. That one has kind of moved on out and broken up a bit, but there is another small shower that is heading in that same sort of way toward Bridge City, Wagaman, near West Wego. Other spots are seeing some shower and storm action, but not so much over our land areas at this point, a lot over toward the coast or out over coastal waters. Here are 12-hour Doppler rain totals since this morning, and you can see a lot of us got at least some form of rain, including over 1.5 inches at downtown. In fact, with that downpour that we just got, a lot of spots were getting about 1 to 2 inches of rain with that rain. And then at the airport, only about 1/10 of an inch. Other spots north of the lake over toward Biloxi and Baton Rouge, about 2/10 of an inch. So a lot of spots, again, getting at least some form of rain. And heading into tonight, temperatures in the 70s, still a pretty muggy feel. We're expecting our wake up forecast north and south of the lake in the 70s with a chance of a few morning showers, especially maybe toward the coast. And then tomorrow we have a near 70% chance again. So pretty good bet to get some sort of shower or thunderstorm, and highs tomorrow probably still around 91, like they've been hitting the lower 90s often before we get the rain. Here we are with tonight. This is through about 10 p.m. and then we'll move overnight. You can see a couple of showers moving in with this particular model. This is our high resolution model. Let me show you tomorrow morning though. It already has some rain firing up not long after sunrise, and it has a decent bit by even 10 a.m. So maybe even before lunchtime, we're starting to see some showers flare up. Interestingly, if that did happen, we might end up with a little less rain later in the afternoon when we traditionally see our daytime heating peak, and all that fuel can lead to those afternoon showers and storms and early evening showers and storms. Tomorrow might be timed a little bit differently, but I would be on the lookout from late morning all the way through early evening, and then the rain wraps up heading into the nighttime hours. We've had around this high to our east a lot of southerly flow pumping in a lot of moisture from the Gulf. We're expecting through Wednesday this same sort of pattern with the two highs, the weakness in the middle where you can get rain forming. But look at this. This high gets pulled in over us by next weekend, so that will mean less rain and more heat. You see that rain chance going down, and next weekend it might only be about 20 or 30%. This weekend, we're dodging the storms on your Father's Day weekend. Next weekend, it may be one where we're just all talking about how hot it is and trying to get in that snowball line. Hurricane forecast, our season forecast, you can see Saharan dust still out across the Atlantic basin, and no development is expected in the next 7 days. Just looking at what we have around, there is certainly moisture in the usual spot this time of year around Central America and Mexico. We'll see if there is a little bit of moisture, some rain over in the southwestern Gulf, but what we are looking for is, even if something were to try to develop and you saw not a high chance of that in the next 7 days, we would still likely have that high moving in to block anything. So we're just looking for a quiet forecast as far as the tropics are concerned along the Gulf Coast for at least the next week. 7-day forecast shows the temperature edging up, easy to see some mid-90s in play by next weekend, and a heat index closer to 110.